Morning, everyone. Let's talk about boundaries and consequences today. So, we hear the word boundaries a lot these days, but boundaries are not walls designed to keep people out. They're guidelines that protect our peace, our self worth, and our mental health. And consequences, these are not punishments, they are the actions we take when these boundaries repeatedly are ignored. Without boundaries, people become emotionally exhausted. They say yes when they meant no. They tolerate behaviour that hurts them. They carry stress, resentment, anxiety, and sometimes even guilt for protecting themselves. Over time, this can seriously affect your mental health. Because when your needs are consistently ignored, you slowly begin to believe that they don't matter. What healthy boundaries say is, my feelings matter too. My time is valuable. I deserve respect. I can care about others without having to destroy myself. And that's important, especially for people who are naturally caring or empathetic or supportive. Many people in helping roles, parents and carers, nurses, friends, become so focused on looking after others, they forget to protect themselves. And like the saying says, you cannot pour endlessly from an empty cup. Boundaries are emotional safety rails. They teach people how to treat us. And boundaries can be simple. It can simply be saying, I need time to rest, or I don't feel comfortable with that, or please don't speak to me like that, or I can help, but not at the cost of my own well-being. And here's the difficult truth. A boundary without consequence is just a request. If somebody repeatedly ignores your boundaries and nothing changes, the behaviour usually continues. Consequences are not about revenge or control, they're about self-respect and accountability. So, for example, if someone constantly shouts at you, the consequence may be ending the conversation. If someone repeatedly disrespects your time, the consequence may be reducing your availability. If someone continuously harms your mental well-being, the consequence may be distance. And yes, these actions can feel uncomfortable because many good people fear upsetting others. They fear rejection. They fear conflict. They fear being seen as selfish. But protecting your mental health is not selfish. It's necessary. Because the reality is this: healthy people usually respect boundaries, and unhealthy dynamics often resist them. Sometimes the people who benefited most from your lack of boundaries become the most upset when you finally create them. But growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels peaceful. Strong boundaries improve relationships because they create clarity, they create honesty and trust and mutual respect. They stop resentment building silently in the background. They allow people to communicate openly instead of emotionally and exploding later. And most importantly, boundaries help us maintain our own identity. Because mental health is not just about surviving, It's about feeling emotionally safe, valued, respected, balanced, and in control. So if you are somebody learning to set boundaries today, remember this. You're not being cruel. You're not being difficult. You are teaching people how to love and respect you properly and the way you want to be loved. And sometimes the most powerful sentence a person can learn is simply this: I care about you, but I also care about myself. So stay kind, but never abandon yourself in the process. Thank you for listening. I'm Keith. I'm a mental health nurse. And if you think anyone could benefit from hearing this today, please share this video. Thanks for listening.